Hi everyone, welcome back to Enigmatica 6 Expert Mode, the first Minecolonies episode. So this isn't going to be part of the regular Expert Mode progression, I suppose. This is just kind of an extra little kind of side episodes for Minecolonies. So let's get started here. Let's flip back around. I have done a little bit of kind of some terraforming just here and there, kind of widening some of these spots here, and it's definitely going to have to get shaped up more as we put the buildings in and kind of figure out the flow of the town and where roads will go and everything. So to get started in Minecolonies, you apparently, I guess I didn't realize this, you apparently do have to place down either a supply ship or a supply camp. Because by placing one of those down, it kind of initiates the start of your colony. I mean, you could go ahead and build the town hall block here, but they do give you one. So I just picked the smallest one I could find for like a little supply camp here because I'm just going to tear this down. I didn't want to have to place one of these down. At this point in the pack, it's really not that big of a deal, but at the beginning of the series, I didn't want to get these because I didn't want to have kind of a little bit easier start to the pack. It really doesn't give you a whole lot in these little supply camps, but it does give you like some food and everything, so I just, didn't really want to get them, but I guess you do have to put one down because in one of the chests, either in your ship or your camp, will have a build tool and your town hall to get started. So once you have that, you kind of just want to find a spot to start your colony. I'm going to go ahead and sleep here. I did get kind of some stuff ready in this backpack here, just some like building items, just kind of some random ones that I know that we're going to need, and then a few that I think we may need, but we'll just have to see. But I think what I'm going to do, you want to place your town hall at the corner of 4 chunks. So let's turn on the chunk borders here, because how the town hall border operates is from where your town hall is located, it goes out a certain amount, like a certain distance from the town hall. I don't know how you're supposed to place it in like the corner of 4 chunks because, it is a single block, so it's only going to take up, it's only going to technically be in one chunk. But I have seen that somewhere that you want to put it in the corner, so I don't know if it maybe just goes off of the full building itself or just the town hall block like this. If it's just this, then I don't know really how that works, but if it's the building itself, then that makes sense because it would cover like a 4 chunk area. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to place it like right here. I believe this is kind of where I want to put it here. So actually I think I may put it here. Maybe. We'll have to see. I should have kind of scoped this out a little bit better, but I may actually extend this ground out a little bit farther. I didn't really check the chunk borders before I started here. Yeah, so I'll probably have to do that, but basically what you do, you want to use the build tool because it just makes it easier, and you don't, it's a little easier not to like accidentally place down one of these buildings. So you can go here and you can kind of select between the different structures that you have available in your inventory. Like I have the town hall block and I have the builder block in my inventory, so I'm able to see the builder and the town hall. Decorations are always going to be listed, but we want to go to town hall. I like the medieval oak personally, but there's a bunch of different styles that you can kind of click through. But for our town, most of them are going to be medieval oak or medieval oak alternative. It just kind of depends on which one I prefer. But for the Town Hall, I like the medieval oak. And then I always go to level 5 because you can kind of click through the different levels. But you go up to the max level so you can kind of see a better idea of how big it's going to be and how it's eventually going to look. So let's, so the red block here, that highlights where the Town Hall block will go. So let's make sure to get that kind of right in there somewhere. So then that means we're going to want to make sure that we raise up the ground. You always want to kind of raise and lower the structure before you place it down, because sometimes you may think you have it on the right level, but there's actually like something else farther down into the ground, or you may have it like too high and just not really notice it. So definitely double check on what level you are placing it to make sure it is kind of on the ground level. So yeah, I think that's where we're gonna want it, because that'll put it right around in here at this border. But that also means that we're gonna want to raise this ground up here, because I don't think it's gonna let me place it without having a certain amount of like open flat space, but we will see. Oh, also one other thing that I do before I place it down is, while I have this ghost image up, let's flip through and just get a random block. Let's use like prismarine or something, and I go around and mark on the outer corner of the box of your building that you can kind of see here, so this little white line. I just do this personally just so I can remember exactly how big it's eventually going to be, so that whenever I plan out my roads, I can plan around how big the buildings will eventually be, because it's not going to start off this big. So once it like starts being built, it's going to be much smaller, and you may accidentally start putting your road like too close to the building, and then the building ends up taking over your road and you have to redo it. And so I just find it easier to do it this way before I like actually place it down. So let's see. Oh, it actually does let me place it. Okay, that's cool. So we have it placed down. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these lines now, so we don't need those anymore. Okay, so this will definitely have to be raised, but our builder may do that herself, or his self, depending on who we get. I do have a few villagers there, or townspeople from a previous, like, putting down the town hall and doing all of this. But once we click on the town hall here, let's see, we're gonna do, well, I thought that it lets you redo it. Because normally when I had moved this before, it kind of disbanded that colony. And I don't remember how I did it, I guess, before. Not rename. Let me, I guess, refigure that out, because I don't want this. I want to start fresh. So yeah, let me figure this out, how to get rid of those guys and kind of start over, and I will be right back. Okay, I am back. I figured it out and it ended up leaving this giant crater, but basically you just like in the mini map, the little border's gone, and like those little townspeople are gone now. And it also deleted this whole area and my town hall, but that's fine. I can just remake another one really quick. It's not a big deal. So what you do, I kind of had to test out a few different things here because I wasn't sure it wasn't working right. But you go, like, you don't even have to have like cheats on or anything like that. But you go MC colony. I mean, you can even, it kind of populates it for you. So if you do MC and then space, select colony, space, delete, space, and then you put the number of whatever numbered colony that it was in your world. So like, since this was the first colony I placed down, it was number 1. But I think if it's on a server, it's the number of colonies that have been placed in the world. So like if 2 or 3 of your other friends have also already placed a colony, then yours would be like the 3rd or 4th colony, something like that. So I did the number 1, and then I think I'd done, yeah. So then you hit space again, and you can hit true delete buildings. And I did that kind of unintentionally. I should have clicked false keep buildings, because I believe what that would have done is it would have basically disbanded your colony and possibly killed, your colonists, but it would have kept the buildings. I think that's how it worked, but again, I obviously hit kind of the wrong one and it deleted the building here. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill this back in, and I'll be right back. Okay, I got that area filled back in, and I had started to kind of do a little bit of terraforming along the back, because I knew that this was going to be like bigger than what this spot kind of allows. It was going to hang over the edge. But I ended up running out of dirt in my dank, so I'm going to have to get some more dirt. But I made another build tool. I have one back in the storage thing back at the main base, but they're really cheap, so I just went ahead and made another one to be able to make another town hall, which is just the 2 build tools together and then some wood planks around it. And then the build tools, they do not get used up, so they stay. You can reuse them. So let's try this again. We're going to place this down. Let's go back to Town Hall, level 5. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. I want up, but I want it to take it over. And then basically I kind of left these here so I could realign it where I had it before. But I did break out the blocks along the back, the prismarine blocks. So I'm going to put these back over here. Yeah, because I had kind of started to fill it in a little bit more over here, but ran out of dirt filling in that hole there. Because I think it just straight up deletes that chunk, I guess, where that building's at, because it technically, like, if you look at the size of this building, it technically goes down a little bit, so it counted that whole area as the building and it deleted it, down into the ground. So yep, that matches up there and over there. So let's hit that there, hit the check mark. And now, yeah, okay, so it's still gonna say that a colony with ID 1 is nearby, but I believe once you do a restart, it changes this, because I haven't had this here before. But yeah, basically you just create new colony, and it says, word is out about a newly founded colony. Soon the first settlers will join your colony. So you'll get 1 townsperson to start, like, immediately, and then you get like 3 more pretty quickly after that. And then I think from there you have to like have them, like have kids together, or if you get a tavern built in your town, there will be like traveler townspeople that will frequent your tavern, and you can basically kind of hire them, or I guess pay them to stay in your town. Pretty much you give them some type of item. Some of them are more difficult than other items, but let's see what you have. Nothing of importance, and I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to go. Bye-bye. Okay, so we have Madeline Cheddar. All right, so what I typically do is in the settings, I change the hiring mode to manual, the housing mode to manual, and I turn the help messages off. And I think I may keep that kids will be born for now. Eventually, I don't know if I'll keep that on, because honestly, the people that you can hire from in the tavern tend to have a lot better stats than what the kids have, and like what your starter people like start out with, which it varies, but you don't tend to have very high stats. Some of the ones that come in the tavern, you can get like higher stats on those. But let's go and place down. So once you get your first townsperson, oh, we got another one. Braden, I think it says. Move. Braden Conquest. All right. But you want to place down your builder's hut next, which is just a door, your build tool, and some planks. And I typically place my first builder's hut fairly close to the town hall. I also kind of go ahead and plan out kind of where my roads are going to go. So typically what I do is I'll have like a possible kind of border around the road, and then I'll have a 5-block space for the main road itself, which honestly you don't really need that big of a road, but I just personally think it looks best like that, because some of these buildings can get very big, and if you have too small of roads, or at least for your main roads, they just don't seem to go together, in my opinion. So we'll have like a 5 span for the road, and then kind of like another edge here, and then so this would be like an intersection right here. So then it would be, that's going to be kind of the corner, and then you'd have the other part of the road here, and then this would be the next corner of the intersection. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I actually do that right? I'm not sure if I did that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and then the edge. Okay. Yeah, something like this. I'm just using these random blocks. This is not gonna stay like this. And then this would be filled in here. So yeah, that's like a 5 by 5 space right there, which it looks really bad, but typically I kind of will sort of plot out the road lines. And then, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a road that goes all the way around the town hall as kind of obviously the center point of the town, because the town hall is the center of the town. And then probably out the front of the town hall have some sort of, maybe like a marketplace, or like a courtyard kind of space here, and then have buildings kind of around on the edge of the road, kind of going around the town hall. And then the roads, of course, will branch off, and you can have buildings off of each of the roads from there. So we have Kira Getting, and Jedediah Bardolph. So let's put the builder over here. So click with our build tool, and builder, do level 5. Okay, and then let's line up the corner there with, no, we want it to go right here, because then the prismarine, no. Prismarine would go here, kind of how I have it there. So we're gonna plot out the corners of this building. This one, I like the regular medieval oak more than the alternative, because personally on the alternative one, I'm not as much of a fan of these like brick blocks. I know the other one has some, but not as much. Like, it's very little. There's a little bit right there, and there's a little bit on this side, but just not quite to the extent of the other one. So we are going to place that one there. Okay, and then what you want to do is you go over to your builder's hut block. You want to click on Manage Workers. This is if you have your hiring as manual. If you don't and it's set still as automatic, it'll automatically like assign a worker to be the builder. But sometimes I don't know if it hires the person that has the best stats for that job. It may, and I'm just never really paid attention, but I just typically come over here, and the green stat is the kind of the priority main stat for the job, and then the yellow one is the kind of the secondary one. So you want to find the one that has like the best combination of their stats. So it looks like Jedediah with 4 and 5 athletics. So we're going to hire Jedediah. Hire. There we go. And then, okay, so it's becoming nighttime, so they're all going to go back to the town hall since they don't have a home of their own at the moment. But since we don't have a building, they're very much exposed, and they can be killed by like zombies and skeletons and stuff. So you do want to make sure you're sleeping through the night until you have like a bunch of guards or like houses for them to go to. But even with them having houses, it takes them a while to go to their house sometimes, depending on where their house is located compared to their job. And you know, they could die in the midst of walking to their house. So I am going to place some more mega torches around in this area. Honestly, I may move some of those, that like farther one, because I originally, you know, I had that one town kind of started a little bit more over this way, but putting a bunch of mega torches down would be probably the ideal situation to just keep spawns from happening in general. Okay, so we have Jedediah over there as our builder, and you can recall him back to like his worker block. And what we want to do is we want to go to build options and have him build this builder's hut to level 1 first, because he has to have that to level 1 before he can work on the town hall and get that to level 1. So it'll kind of have a list of different building materials here, which will change depending on whatever style of the building that you choose. So since I'm doing like an oak style, it's going to be a lot of, you know, oak products. So we're going to build, and that starts kind of the build request for him. And typically what's going to happen is, since he does not have anything in his inventory, no tools or anything to work with, he's going to immediately be like, I need something. Come help me. So he'll have like a little gear. It looks like a little gear above his head. Yeah. And then an exclamation point. So you just go over to him and he's like, I need a shovel. So, you know, I'll work on it. And then you can go to open requests in his inventory. And if you have whatever he's wanting in your inventory, you can hit fulfill. And since he's a brand new builder, hasn't like leveled up or anything, he can only use wooden items, so, or wooden tools. So kind of keep that in mind. He'll work a lot slower, and you know, his tools do take damage and everything, so you do have to make sure that you're checking that he has a tool that's in good working order. I think they do also work with, or they will use Tinker's tools. So you could make an unbreakable tool and give it to him, which I will do that eventually, but I think he has to get to a certain level before he can use that. Or you may be able to make like a Tinker's wooden tool or something like that, but yeah, we'll have to see. So I need 35 cobblestone. So let's go ahead and go back over here and grab my backpack that I kind of brought a lot of building materials. if you make this clipboard, which is a build tool, leather, and some sticks, you can right click on the builder's hut and it will give you whatever main request he's wanting. If he doesn't have like an active main request, is kind of the best use for the clipboard. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and fulfill this real quick, and then I'll show you kind of the better use for the clipboard. So let's give him some wood, or not wood, cobblestone. You can put it in the hut inventory, or you can just give it to him straight. Where is the inventory here? So let's put it in there, and he will get it out of there. And then before he requests something else, let's right click on that again, like shift right click, and that's gonna list everything that is required for this building. For the most part, I think. Sometimes it kind of glitches and it'll like not list everything, so I'm not sure exactly, but this is really helpful. So you can do this and then kind of like go back to your main base, gather what you need, and come back. If you don't have like, I don't have like a remote, like storage system with refined storage or something where I can access my main storage from way over here or something like that. So it'd make my job much easier if I had 24 planks. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna basically just use this. We need dirt, wood, slabs, oak slabs, doors, torches, stairs, crafting tables. Okay, and then the vertical oak timber, I'll kind of show that to you. I don't have a coarse dirt, or 3, was it? Yeah, 3 coarse dirt, and I have like no actual dirt either. So let's grab a few of these blocks. And then I think I have some gravel in here. This is how you make coarse dirt, yeah. Yeah, okay, so we have some coarse dirt. Oh, I did actually end up using the dirt that or some of the dirt that I'm gonna need. 2 regular dirt blocks. Okay, and then we're gonna get some slabs, some stairs, I think it was a crafting bench, door, some logs, some planks, some slabs, some stairs, torches, and then these vertical oak timber blocks. This is for structurize, which is what Minecolonies utilizes for its like building blocks, but they're normally really simple to make for the most part. So these here are just, some oak and the build tool. So grab those, come over here, we'll just toss all this stuff in the inventory. I'm gonna go ahead and toss in this pick and this axe too, because he will need a pick if he gets to a building that has to be dug down a lot farther than just the dirt level. Like if he reaches stone, he'll need a pick to be able to actually mine the stone. And the same with the wood. Most of the time if you go from like level to level, he actually has to break out blocks and then replace them with the next kind of style as you build up. So he has to break and build as he goes, so he'll need the different tools. So he's just gonna kind of chug along here. So I'll probably come back once he has finished this building. So see you in just a second. Okay, I think the builder is almost done with the level 1 builder's hut. So I think he's just finishing up the building a little bit here, and then I think the last thing that they typically place down are the torches, I think. Occasionally they kind of get sort of stuck like this, or it seems like, he's not really doing anything. Typically what I do when this happens is I will come over and like click recall worker, and that almost like resets him. I don't really know why. Yeah, like I think he's kind of doing it again, I think. I'm not sure. He's like wanting to place torches Oh, there we go. Get some fireworks going off. And yep, so that is done. And then, yeah, if you read down in the chat, all land within one chunk of the builder has been claimed. So I don't know if that actually expanded necessarily, like where the border is at, like where it was previously, because I really wasn't paying attention. But possibly once you get closer to the border edge, then where it says all land within one chunk of builder has been claimed. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I think that means the actual town border has expanded. Again, I could be wrong. I do know that there is a way to expand the border. So, yeah. But now we want him to go work on the town hall. And then once he levels up the town hall to level 1, we'll call it an episode there. So we go to build options, and again, it'll kind of give you a list of what is needed. I need to get a hay bale, but I think I have everything else, and another dirt block because I am very low on dirt. So we're gonna hit build, and that'll put kind of like the build order in to the builder. So let's go. Yeah, have to run back home really quick. That was a little too far. And see if I have a hay bale. I have one, which is exactly what I need. So I do have a lot more actually, but they're over with my villagers near the old base, so I'll have to go over there and get that stuff, and possibly bring my villagers over here, but honestly with like waystones and everything, I don't really think it's a major deal. We could just leave them over where they're at, and that'll be okay. I'm gonna put a waystone right here and just put town. This will most definitely get moved, but just for right now. And let's see what else I actually need. Let's put the hay bale and that piece of dirt in there because I know that was needed. Oh gosh, it's an eclipse. Okay, we're gonna have to keep an eye on these guys because they're not going to come back to the town or the town hall because it's not technically nighttime. Yeah. I'm probably gonna have to recall them all back over here because she's a little far away. Not too far, but they do venture a little bit. So be mindful of that. Yeah, I need to keep an eye on her. Where is the area to recall all of the citizens? I think you can recall them. Maybe not. Maybe that's only the, like, their builder thing. Like their job block. Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. No. Oh, this is so bad. Why did there have to be an eclipse on like the first night? Or I think it's like the second night. This is so bad. And the creeper? I didn't know that like literally almost every mob attacks them. I didn't think like creepers and... Dang it. This is so bad. Okay, he is more safe there. But these two are kind of on the edge. I feel like this is just pure chaos right now. I don't think I have any more mega torches on me, but I think I may go move that one. They seem to be relatively okay at the moment. So let's move this mega torch over here a little bit. I'm trying to see where I have my other torches at. Let's put one like right here just for right now. Okay, I think they're okay. All right, so I'm gonna come back whenever the town hall has been finished. All right, he should be finishing up the town hall really soon. He just has a couple things to place down. This is actually the following day for me. I had to kind of cut off there right after the last clip and do some real life stuff. But yeah, I think you just had to place down a couple torches and a campfire. Yeah, along the back here. But we should see him finish up and then we'll get like the little fireworks. Sometime. I was trying to time this to where I would get the very end of it on camera, but they're very unpredictable in when they're going to finish because like they kind of get stuck here and there. There we go. Woohoo! Okay. All right, well, that is really kind of just what I wanted to cover in this first episode for Minecolonies, but I'm probably going to record several episodes here and kind of like one go or just back to back because I do want to get the townspeople as secure as possible so I don't have to worry about them so much as far as dying. So I may go ahead and build a house or two for them, or at least maybe upgrade the builder and the town hall a couple more times in these next couple episodes because just to help them stay a little bit more safe and move some of these mega torches around and probably make several more mega torches just on the safe side because I really don't want any of them to die. It's bound to happen at some point. At least one or a couple are going to die, but I'm going to try and prevent it as much as possible. And I've also started tearing down that little starter camp there as well. So anyway, this is the end of the first episode for Minecolonies. And yeah, so we'll just kind of keep upgrading the town in the next episode just to get them secure, and we'll go from there. So have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.